am Chuck Dransfield in West Hollywood, California, standing in front of 1344 North Ogden Drive, the 1930s home of Lucille Ball. I was telling the story of her grandpa Hunt, who was a rather eccentric character, an impassioned socialist, impassioned communist, because he believed in what was right for the individual person. In 1927, the family lost their home to a tragedy. Some kids were in the backyard with a BB gun doing target practice. Grandpa Hunt was supervising. No one thought anything of it, but one of the children ran across the lawn just as a child was firing her gun, and he was shot in the back. And unfortunately, the child was paralyzed. The family sued the Ball family, specifically Fred Hunt, for every single thing they had. They lost their home. The family was separated. And when Lucy came out to Hollywood in 1933, she had a fierce dream to bring her family back together. Her mother, her grandfather, her brother, and her cousin Cleo, who was raised like her sister. And this is the house Lucy and her brother Fred rented from saving up all of their earnings for almost a year. They brought everyone out. Grandpa Hunt had never really recovered from the ordeal. He was never the same, but Lucy wanted to give him a happy life. And so she went along with a lot of his, shall we say, eccentricities. Among those, he would be out here in the street waving at cars as they went by, extolling the virtues of the Communist Party, literally right here. There's even a funny story of how Lucy had a brand new red convertible that she had been saving up for, parked it in front of the house. Well, I think it's that tree, that spot right there. Grandpa Hunt decided that the tree in front of the house was blocking his view. He went out and got an axe, chopped it down, and it fell right down on top of her car. If you'll notice that tree there, the trunk is a lot thinner than the others. I think that's the replacement tree, and that's the spot where it likely happened. And of course, I mentioned that Grandpa used to have his communist meetings in the back of the house here, and all of this came to haunt Lucy terribly later in the 1950s, when she was at the peak of her career with I Love Lucy, and concurrently with the McCarthy era Red Hunt, the great Red Scare. But we know that she was exonerated. But Lucy did not hold bad feelings for her grandpa. She loved him, she admired him, and she knew what a great heart he had. And she knew how compassionate it was and how much he cared for the rights of people. And she kept that value within herself for the rest of her life in the way she treated her workers when she owned a studio.